Hello everyone, this is Douglas E. Welch with a TechnologyIQ tip. Today we're talking about remote control. Now, one of my favorite free sites to use, although they do have some premium services as well, is logmein.com. If you want to control a remote computer, you need to do a little setup first. Basically, that involves visiting LogMeIn, setting up a free account on that site, logmein.com, and then installing the LogMeIn software on the machine you wish to control. Once you have that set up, you can go to any machine, any other machine, and use your LogMeIn login name and password to get a list of all the computers which you have available to control. Now, in my case, I have my other computer here in the office, the EW Mini setup. I can click on that. After a few seconds, it will connect over the internet, and again, I can be anywhere. I've actually done this from Sicily when we were visiting family over there, and it works pretty darn well as long as you have a fairly strong internet connection. Once you connect to the computer, it's going to ask you to provide the login credentials for that computer. That's your Mac account and password, the same one you would use if you were installing new software on that Mac. This also works for Windows machines as well. I don't want to throw you off on that, and you can control Windows machines from Macs and Mac machines from Windows, which is I do fairly often when I'm using this service to work with my clients. If we have just a small situation where I need to see an option that they've set or make sure they're doing something correctly, often doing a remote control session is much preferable to driving an hour to an hour and a half across town somewhere to actually sit down at their computer. In most cases, as long as the problem isn't something physical, I'm actually able to do it right from my desk at home. Now, what you're seeing here is this is now the screen of my desktop Macintosh. And from this screen, using LogMeIn, I can pretty much do anything I want. I can go to my hard drives, I can double click, I can open up folders and files, I can run programs, I can even roll down here to the bottom and pop up the dock. And it is a little bit slower than working in front of the machine directly, but it's far preferable to driving across town, that's for sure. You can even run, for example, web browsers, any of the software they have in their machines. So again, if you need to remote control another machine, as long as you have an opportunity to set it up beforehand, or you have someone sitting at the computer on the other end, LogMeIn is a great choice. I use it nearly every day. Another great feature of LogMeIn is you can use the free iPhone or iPad application to control your Mac or Windows machine remotely from your handheld device. Another useful remote control service that I use on occasion is Adobe's Connect Now. Again, for free, you can connect one-to-one. You can have basically two people in your room, and you can see and control a remote computer. Now, this does require that the person be available on the other end because they need to visit the acrobat.com webpage and agree to some questions that I'm going to pose to them when I want to control their machine. Again, I can watch or I can control. It allows me to do both. So now I'm basically connecting to the Connect Now room, and once that's connected, I already have the other machine logged in, and you should see them appear as a user down below in the list of users at the bottom of the screen. And here we are. Here am I as the host, and here is the remote machine. Now, what I can ask them to do, usually I'm on the phone with them, I can say, please click share my computer screen. And so they actually click that on their end to share their screen with me. If it's the first time they've ever run the Connect Now service, they will need to agree to install a small plugin. That said, that plugin is much smaller and takes a lot less time to install than LogMeIn. And they're about to share the computer. On their screen, it will pop up a little question that says, what do you want to share? And the choice there is going to be desktop. That shares their entire computer screen. They can also choose Windows or just an application, but in most cases I want to see their whole computer. They share that, and then now you can see, now I'm actually controlling the other computer. I can see the mouse moving on the remote person's computer. Down here you see a little icon. Basically it's a little steering wheel, and I can use that to request control of the user's computer. So I'm going to click that. The user gets a little pop-up, much like the little post-it note you can see up here. On their screen says, Douglas Welch has requested control of your computer. They say accept, and now I have full control of their computer. So for example, I can go ahead and minimize the Adobe Connect window. As long as the plugin's running, we retain our connection, and there is, again, the desktop. I can go over to a hard drive. I can double-click that to open. I can, again, just like Log Me In, pretty much do as anything that I can do if I were sitting in front of the computer directly. Again, though, the remote user in this case with Adobe Connect Now does have to be at the remote computer to allow me to request them to control their computer. I can't have it preset automatically. In some cases, though, especially if you have a more novice user, you can more easily talk them through the use of Connect Now than you can with the use of Log Me In, getting that installed and everything else. Thanks for watching this Technology IQ tip. For more information, you can visit the website techiq.welchwrite.com. techiq.welchwrite.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can see all the great videos I create from all aspects of my blogs, including food, gardening, and more. And there you'll find a Technology IQ playlist, which contains all the technology-specific information. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click like or subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until later, control your technology. Don't let it control you.